chapter chapter 4 and chapter 5. That's when Yusei goes rebel because they have no choice but this. The government organized this plan called the Helix Registration Act. It's when they have to work for the government and tell them who the bad guys are. And Yusei doesn't agree with that. And plus he's Japanese and he doesn't really listen to the Americans. So pretty much he hates Americans at times. So he turns against the government and he's on the run. And there are other Helix members that joins him. But Edward, he stayed with the government the whole time. He is part of the register group and leader of it too, along with his brother Alphonse Elric, second in command. And so pretty much some of the other anime characters' villains decide to make an alliance with both rebels and register either way, so that they don't have to get chased by the government for the register, and for the rebel they want to have their own free will to do whatever the hell they want. And so they decide to work together, both villains and heroes. And then I develop the characters and make them change at times. But in this season, they don't change a lot. But in my next series, they will. And also, Nick doesn't show up in the manga after chapter 3 in a long time. Because he's exiled, and so pretty much Yusei and Edward have to clean up the mess that he started with that mission, which he didn't tell Gus about. Now, pretty much this manga, sometimes it talks about my story time, like what was I like when I was young, and what do I think about, like what do I think about God, or my relationship with my father, or these dreams I've been having, which are terrible dreams, which I pretty much saw one of my friends die right in front of me. That's a terrible dream. I shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, I'm really serious. But yeah, it's also based on some of my other friends too, like how Ziggy is sometimes he's there with me. Like I'm like covering Ziggy's back, and he watches out my back too. And so we respect each other at times. Even though we joke around each other, made fun of each other, but still we watch each other's backs. And Nick, he can make good comebacks, and his character's basically making an ass out of himself at times, making smart ass comments as well, and showing true leadership, and showing people who's boss, and that's what his character's about. And there are these other two OC characters, named David and Ryan. David keeps his pride, Latino pride, because he's Hispanic. Well, I'm Hispanic too, but most of the time he keeps his Latino pride. And Ryan, he just wants to start a fight. That's how I see in him. And there are various others, like this girl, she likes cats so much, she even dresses up like in a cat costume for a Comic Con. And so that's why her character's about being like a cat-like person. Yeah, some of them are based upon my family and friends, or some of them are made them up, the OCs. Now, there's really no main villain at the moment. Most of the time it's Yusei and Edward fighting. The Kingdom Hearts characters are going to be in it from Birth by Sleep, named Ven, Aqua, and Terra. And so pretty much they try to find out what is the real threat, since they've been wasting their time fighting each other later on in the series. That's kind of a spoiler right there, but yeah. And because I haven't gone far, I only got up to 4 chapters, and it's been nearly a year since I started, which kind of sucks. I wanted to go faster, but I just want to see what people think about my story. My friend, he says it's good. Well, it's good that he's in the manga, but he likes it better if he's in the manga. Like, he asked me, am I there? Am I there? I'm like, sometimes I'm like, no, you're not there. I was like, oh, shit. Alright, just tell me if I'm in there. I'm like, okay. Because he's seen both Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and Soul Eater, so he would quite understand the story. If you've seen Soul Eater and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, you understand. Pretty much the story ends up in there. Now there are some characters like Scar, who else? Yoki, Tenmarko, and what's his name? Ox from Soul Eater, Kim. Yeah, I didn't put them in there because they're kind of minor characters. Like, they're not really important. Well, Scar is important, but I just can't, because I don't see any important role he'll make, because everyone thinks he's dead, so I may as well not put him in there. But yeah, I want to see. I'm going to give you the link from the start of the first chapter to the latest one, so you can read up from there. Plus, from chapter 1, my drawing is kind of crap, but up to chapter 4, it's pretty much improved. Plus, even my dad gave me like a how to draw manga book. And sometimes I learned from this guy from YouTube named Mark Criley. He's like the famous graphic novel. Well, not famous, but you know, everyone knows that he's famous on YouTube, showing tips on how to draw manga characters, hairs, clothing, hoodies. It's really educational. But I'm just hoping that some of you guys would read it, and what do you think about it? Comment it in my DeviantArt account or YouTube account. I'll give you the link to it. It'll be in the description below. Okay. This is Christy the 14. I'm going out.